Hi guys, I'm Emily.
And I'm Sophie.
And welcome back to the Girls Watch Girls Play podcast. Every single time we start, I'm always like, what a week it's been. Every week is a week.
Every
nowadays.
week is a week in women's football.
Every week is a week.
And it is.
Even on international break, still a week.
Still a week. Even season's over. What
still
a week.
Yeah, absolutely, what a week.
Let's start with England and everything that's going on there.
Mm-hmm. We talked about Mary last week.
We did briefly, but just because we met her, so we can get into it a bit more now. But we went to the Lionesses v Portugal game at Wembley last Friday.
Yeah.
That was loads of fun.
That was so fun. And also, like, what a fun game to just go watch because it was amazing. And Aggie Beaver-Jones was insane.
Insane. I think she's great. I've loved watching her the past few seasons. Like, I loved watching her at Everton. And yeah, she's great. I mean,
She's amazing.
she was...
But there's something about, like, Leslie being unavailable for a game. And that's, like, I guess that's a bit of an insecurity because she's, like, our star girl.
Yeah.
Aggie comes in, hat-trick.
Brilliant. And she's been so great for Chelsea. And I just think it's great to have her as, like, probably playing the role that Alessia did in the last Euros, coming on as a super sub. A lot of the young players will probably play that Alessia Russo role this year, which is so exciting because they were great. That tournament for Alessia and Toon, like, really let them shine and kind of mark their place in the sport. And I mean, they're massive now and they're great players and they've really evolved from that. So I think Aggie would be a complete star this tournament. I think Grace Clinton as well.
Oh, I'm such a fan of Grace Clinton.
And I also think Michelle Agyemang is a really exciting one as well because we have basically is Alessia, then we have Aggie, and then we have Michelle, and I think brilliant.
And like Michelle's goal when she had her first,
first
4
touch.
minutes in,
Yeah.
insane.
Also called up like from I think the under-19s or something.
Yeah.
Just for like one game, she had played the whole under-19s camp, and then Serena was like, "Oh, hey, come with us," and she was like, "Okay," and then she played 10 minutes and scored.
That goal was insane as well. It wasn't just like a tap in; like it was a good goal.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you need. You need a lot. I think England are very good at producing certain positions of players. We're good at producing a 9. What we lack at producing, evidently, is like a right back.
Yeah.
Like Lucy Bronze, there's no one there after her.
Yeah.
We're trying to put May Letizia in there, and it's like,
well, where does
she's a centre back.
Centre back, yeah.
And she's great at that, and she's played so well at club, captain of that club, and like, I don't know, we just need either to produce better right backs or just find someone and shape them into it. Because,
or just be like, hey, I heard you actually do have some English ancestry, like.
Yeah.
Drop whatever country you're playing for right now.
I'm joking. Ellie Carpenter.
All the Australians, you're like, hey, so your great-great-grandparent, how much money can we give you to come play for you instead? But I say, no, don't do that.
Not from Australia, not for you.
No.
But Ellie Carpenter, if you're any little teeny bit English, come here. Obviously, it has to be a bit more than a teeny bit, but I was really excited when that game scored so highly because I was like, this is pre-2022 Euros. This is like when we were scoring 10-0, 20-0. It's giving that. And I was so excited.
It's great because also I was semi-nervous going into that game, not because it was Portugal, but because in my mind we're missing a lot of that class of 2022 squad.
Yeah.
And since then, a lot of them said, well, a few of them said, we're not coming back for the season. I mean, obviously Mary, now Fran, Millie's not coming back, and...
That's it, I think.
I mean, it's looking like Lauren Jones may be quite injured for a while.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest hit. She's creative, she's great on the ball, and I think she's probably
she's not only
one of the biggest misses, to be honest.
Not only just like an insane player, but an insanely smart player.
Yeah, she's exceptional. But unfortunately, she's quite prone to injury, and I'm really hoping she's okay. For the Euros, fingers crossed.
I mean, speaking of prone to injury, Sam Kerr not even back for a game, and she's already gone back into surgery, but she's back running. I'm a bit confused on the timeline of when this second injury happened.
I think it happened, apparently, didn't she go to Australia for a camp?
Yeah, I
think it happened like after that or something. No, or was that when her partner gave birth?
Well, I'm confused.
I can't keep up. That girl's got a lot going on right now.
ACL injury, then Christy gave birth. She's probably on paternity leave. Parental leave? What's it called when your wife has a baby?
I think
And
it's
you're
the Gov
also a wife.
we looked at this. The Gov website still says paternity. It just
Paternity.
says when you're partner.
So she's probably got paternity leave, and then she was back at a camp, I think, at some point along the way, and then she's had a second surgery.
I don't know. I think the second surgery was probably a while ago if she's back running. Also, it was
Second
nothing.
surgery,
It was
not
not
on her knee?
not on her knee. I reckon
But where?
like I don't know. I reckon like she'd like a calf.
It's
or,
so
like, I
funny
don't
because
know.
like the Barcelona squad will be like, this person shat their pants today, they have terrible gastro, and then some teams will be like, they've had a major surgery, won't tell you whether.
Yeah, it was like when Viv got re-injured at Man City and everyone was like, ooh, I don't know. It's like, you do know.
Yeah. It's so weird because like some teams will just give major detail.
Yeah, Barca. I don't know if it's like a translation, like lost in translation thing, or if they're just very like...
Well, no, it's not a lost in translation
No, it's
thing. It's
not.
obviously said in Spanish too, they shat their pants. No one's ever said they shat their pants, but they're always like, they got bowel problems going on today.
Also, it's like quite often like if a player's out sick at Barca, which for some reason there often seems to be someone ill, it's always a gastro problem. And I'm just thinking, what is going on in Barcelona?
Like, what's happening with the chef at the Barcelona squad?
I don't know what they're doing. It's gross.
Yeah, you're not good with that stuff, are you?
Ew. That's gross. Also, I'm gonna live in Barcelona for a bit, so like I don't want whatever they've got going on. But I think I'll be fine. I'm not eating their diet.
Also, like, you're not like a pro footballer.
No, like I'm
You're just a girl.
just a girl.
But speaking on the England game, it was really lovely because we brought your mum.
We did. It was my mum's first women's game, also like her first kind of like game with me. She's been to like one
Second
game.
game,
Yeah, she went
ever.
to one game before years ago. Like, who cares? But yeah, it was so much fun. I convinced her to come. I think she was like on my hype with like the Heineken thing. So she was like, yeah, I'll come. But I would love to take her to an Arsenal game because I find like the atmospheres at like club versus country can be quite different unless it's in like competition.
And also, we were sat quite high up.
Yeah, bank broke, so I had to get tickets on the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was good. We still had fun up there. And
Yeah, it was so good. It was great. I do honestly, if I'm not like tremendously feeling very involved in like the community aspect, I do like from a sports point of view watching high up.
Yeah.
Just seeing like technical wise on the
Yeah.
pitch and like actually like more analysing it as a game. I like being
Yeah.
high up, but what I like most about football is being in a community and all that stuff.
Exactly.
So that's usually why I prefer sitting down in the stalls. Like stalls, I feel like such a theatre person.
Yeah.
Not in the circle. I want to sit in the stalls.
But also like we countered that by doing things like going to Box Park after.
Yeah.
So I love Box Park. I think
Yeah,
it's
your
so
mum was
much
not
fun.
happy with the prices of the wine at Box
Oh
Park.
my God.
They scammed her. How much she pay?
£25.
£25, 2 glasses of wine.
Insane.
But hey, Box Park, if you do want to invite us to your Euros events, like, that's fine.
I'll just pre-drink. No, it was so nice to bring her, and yeah, I think she had fun. I think she was a bit like, obviously, like she didn't really get up and like celebrate stuff, but I think she still had a lot of fun, and like bless her. And my cousin was also there, so we got to see her after, which was nice. She enjoyed it, and bless her. I think she was filming us at the end, like
Yeah, it's
done,
sweet.
at Box Park because they played like Sweet Caroline or something.
No,
Or It's
it was
Coming Home.
it was 3 lines on the shirt.
Yeah, but no, it was good, and I'm really happy I took her. And we love bringing people into women's football.
We brought our friend Cleo to the
North
London
London
Derby, which we won like 5-0 that game.
Yeah, and we thought she basically did this prediction of it being 6-0, and we were like, you're funny. Also, this was not far off the time where we were like not scoring.
We weren't playing great.
Like, we weren't scoring many goals. Mm-hmm. And then we went on 5-0, and we were like, you know what, fair.
And Cleo, you're invited to every game since.
Yeah.
Also, she's grown up in that area. Like, she's from Stokey. Like, she's grown up in like Finsbury Park area. And she said that she used to like go on runs around the Emirates when she was younger. And that was her first time ever being at the stadium. And she had the best time. Well,
Yeah.
it seemed like she had the best time.
We had a great day.
Yeah. She's still asking to come back.
Yeah, we need to take her next season. Got
for
a few
sure.
people to take next season. Like, I love taking people, and I have like Dulcie's asking to take her, so we need to take her next season.
And we took Harriet to her first game.
Yeah, we took Harry, and then my first Arsenal game, my dad took me quite a while ago now, but like that was so lovely. Also, my dad is a Man United supporter, and like to have him I invited him because I didn't have anyone else to go with. But like, for him to come to that with me and celebrate when we scored, I was like, oh, this man is betraying his club, but it's fine.
I can't wait to take my dad to a game. That's definitely something that's on my list next season.
We want to do like a dad-daughter.
A daddy-daughter date.
Daddy-daughter day football.
Ew.
Where they pay for our drinks and take us for food.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also, like, we take them to football.
Yeah, we pay for the football tickets and they pay for our drinks.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad. But when I went with my dad, he got bovril.
What's a bovril?
You know, like,
Is
it's
that
like
chocolate
gravy.
milky?
No, girl.
Chocolate milk?
Girl.
No?
It's like meat gravy, but thick and a drink.
It's in a drink?
It's a drinking meat. It's like meat. It's like really thick gravy that you drink.
Why the fuck would you drink that?
To be fair, it was cold.
Is it warm?
Yeah, it's hot. It's not liquid. It's gravy, like hot gravy.
I'm imagining it in like a Lipton iced tea bottle.
Next time. No.
Is it actually
it's
like...
in a hot chocolate.
Could you drink
cup.
it, or has it actually got like...
It's got meat
stock?
in it because I couldn't have it and I was devastated and I had to have a hot chocolate.
You were devastated that you couldn't have our thick gravy. I was devastated and I want that thick gravy at the football.
Yeah, because I love Bisto. Like, I drink Bisto.
What's Bisto?
Gravy.
Oh,
Yeah.
regular gravy?
Yeah.
You would drink it like in a mug?
I would, like... I would. I think I have before.
Look, I've been here coming up 6 years now in the United Kingdom, and I'm still shocked on a day. About bovril, about
everything.
bovril and gravy and drinking it in a cup.
Yeah, next time we're at the Emirates, we'll get you a bovril.
I'm not spending £8 on a thick gravy.
I think it's actually probably quite cheap. We will get you one in winter.
Yeah, it'll be
when
better.
you're crying in winter that you're cold, I'll say get a bovril.
But you know what? It will taste better than
Camden House.
I hate Camden House.
We're strictly Heineken girls.
Real. Honestly, yeah, but strictly anything but Camden Town. Camden Town, Camden House,
Yeah.
Camden whatever. I don't like it. And the Emirates, covered in it.
Covered.
Sometimes they'll have a Stella. Was it the Stella the other one they come sometimes have?
Not there. They literally have a...
They have Camden and they have like one other thing sometimes that will come
Really?
from a bottle or something.
Brewdog.
No.
I don't know. So tomorrow the Lionesses squad for the Euros is announced.
And the past week has been hectic.
It's been crazy. No Mary Earps, no Millie Bright, no Frank Kirby.
And probably no Lauren. Maybe
I
that would make
don't
sense.
think we'll have any retirements after this Euros.
Well, no, because not before the squad announcement was tomorrow.
No,
You can't retire
not
the squad
after the Euros. Last Euros, 2022, we had Jill Scott, our friend, retire after.
Our good pal Jill. You may know her as Jill Scott. We just know her as Jill. Jillian.
Not a name. Last time, Ellen White and Jill Scott retired after the Euros. I don't think we're going to have a thing like that. I think everyone knew that after the Euros they'd retire.
Yeah.
Club and country, and they did.
Yeah.
But I don't see that with anyone this year. I feel
No,
like
because they're all bloody retiring beforehand.
I was going to say the people that I thought would have retired after have retired before, which I'm like, oh, what the hell is happening?
Also, like, most of them are coming out and saying, like, no one knew about this until like the day before I announced it.
Yeah. Well,
Serena's probably like, headspin.
It's only two. It's only Mary Earps and Frank Kirby. Like, Millie is actually not retired.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, Frank Kirby, it sounds like, from what I've heard, is that she only just found out basically, Serena apparently said, you are only going to make the squad if someone's injured. And for her, it's like, she said she feels like she's overstayed her welcome.
Bless her. Honestly,
I know.
that is like a thing to say. Like,
I know.
Don't ever let anyone dull your sparkle.
Also,
that's what I think about.
Also, if I don't know where I've seen that, but like, if that is what she thinks, I just need her to know. And Serena also needs her to know that is not true. So you do not get called into your country squad if you are not meant to be there.
No.
Fact, you're not. People have been cut all the time.
This is one of the top countries in the world for football.
Yeah. Like, there are so many players in this country that are great and talented and could be there, whether it's under 23s, under 19s, whatever. There are so many people that could be there. She's chosen her for a reason. And so, Fran, you haven't overstayed your welcome.
You've understayed.
He's come back.
Come back. Change your mind.
Change your mind. But it's been lovely to see the support, obviously, from all the people that have retired. I mean, Mary Epps had some backlash. I think there was some kind of tension there.
Yeah. From what I could read, especially with Serena being like, there's been some conversations that I'm not going to like speak of, just out of respect for also, the team, out of respect for Mary.
Also her being like, of course I want her there. She's most part of the team. Like, I want her there. And also Mary's basically been like, well, I'm not going to. I mean, fair. She's making way for younger players. But I think just before a tournament is a bit like, whoa. Also, because goalkeepers aren't something necessarily that are that interchangeable in the sense of like, there's a solid 3-4 goalkeepers that are called up. And now she's obviously not going to be one of them. Yeah. And so it's like, it shifts the whole like line of concession up. It puts, if Hannah Hampton's injured, who's playing? Is it Kiara Keaton?
I mean, Kiara Keaton has 0 hours.
Hours?
What?
Minutes.
0 hours. I'm thinking of it like a driving test.
Yeah.
0 minutes. 0 days on the pitch.
But yeah, this season she's played a lot less. I think if Kiara had the season she had last season, this season, then it would have been a bit more comfortable to be like,
Ellie?
Oh yeah, cool. Ellie Roebuck, look, Serena has actively said, basically, she's had no minutes. She's nowhere near. That's what she said.
Yeah, but then who else will play? If Hannah gets injured.
Morehouse. She plays in the NWSL. Anna Morehouse, I mean, a much more mature player, probably maybe would play over Kiara Keating. But as in, who else do we have to add to that goalkeeper situation?
Who plays in like the young teams? Who's playing in like the under 21s and stuff?
Kayla Rendell, I think, is her name.
Can neither confirm nor deny.
I think her name's Kayla Rendell, and yeah, she'll probably come up. We've seen players like Sandy McIver kind of back down from the England squad, and she is now playing for Scotland, which if she just held on a little bit longer, maybe she could have crawled back into the England squad. So maybe if we like held on to players like that a little bit longer, gave them a little bit more of a lifeline, then maybe our goalkeeping situation would be in a little bit of a better position than it is now. But in terms of like the squad tomorrow, I think it'd be pretty like, you know, the players that will be there. Hannah Hampton will be there. Leah will be there.
Well, we're talking about excited that Lotta will probably be there now.
Lotta will that's probably secured Lotta's place now with Minnie Bright not being there anymore. I think we'll see like Grace Clinton.
Grace Clinton.
Okay. And then a few surprise players. Who do we think? I think, do you think Michelle Achimang will make it?
I'd love that.
Me too. I'd love that.
I don't know. I honestly can't be like, I think this person. I'll just be like, ooh, and then you'll point out this person's not in it, and I wouldn't even notice because I'm just a bit thick sometimes. Why is Maddie calling me?
Is that my Maddie?
Yeah. Hey girl, you alright?
Sorry, I just was watching TV and my phone just randomly started calling Emily.
I thought you were trying to get a hold of Sophie. You're currently in the pod. This is happening on the pod. Everyone, wait, speak into my mic. Say hi.
Hey girls, what's your take on?
So we had a really exciting day today. We were invited to the media event for SOOOLDN.
She's hung up.
Because she realised. Sorry, my girlfriend keeps calling Emily because she's watching. Because we're having an affair. So today we had a really exciting event. We were invited to the opening of Style of Our Own London, also known as SOOOLDN. And it was so cool.
It was really cool going into the space because it was just like all women-owned sports brands. Women-owned sports brands for women's sports and women's sport fans. And there's never been a space like that before, let alone in the centre of London, opposite Nike, Apple, the shopping hub and like the sports shopping and merchandise hub as well of probably the UK.
For sure. And it was so cool. The upstairs, they had a football pitch, they had a space for panels, they had a space for screenings. They had all the different brands. Downstairs was a lot more for football dedicated.
Like
the Foudies, they have quite a big section, which is so cool. And there were just some really cool things in there. There was a really cool panel with Alex Scott, Sally Horrocks, and
Laurie Youngson, who is the person who is like, is she co-running the SOOO?
She's founded, co-running it.
And I think she also co-owns or owns.
She founded
Ida,
which is the first
football shoes for just football and rugby boots, just for women.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, really cool space, run by some really cool people.
It was amazing.
Run by people who know what they're doing, which is really great. And
honestly, some really interesting conversations going on there as well. Like, even Alex was talking about she talking about when Arsenal played at was that what the game she was talking about? The 2007?
She was talking about the 2007 Champions League
2007
final.
Champions League. She was saying they were wearing the hand-me-down clothes from the guys.
Yeah.
And you can see in all the photos, like, the clothes like baggy ass and they're too big. And she's like, we were at the top level of football. We won the Champions League and we were wearing hand-me-down men's clothes. And to be in a space like that today where downstairs, Fowdies is there, which is a women's owned, it's just football kits, it's women's owned football kit brand. And has women's sizing, it's all women's teams.
Also, all the different nationalities there. If you are someone like an Aussie in London who can't get your hands on an Aussie kit, which we know how hard it is, Emily has struggled getting one. She finally managed to get one. But
not the new one,
No, not the new one. But if you want your hands on some international kits that you can't get your hands on, head to the Fowdies pop-up in SOOO London, because you can get them online, but you can also go in there and try them on.
You can print whatever you want on them. There was some printed already with Kerr. And then there was all of them. There was Spain, Italy. There was even like Nigeria. There was so many, all different ones. Like, not even just Euros. They were like outside Australia, Nigeria, like all these different countries outside of the Euros as well.
Yeah, it's really cool and really improves accessibility. I think that's a lot of what it's about: visibility, accessibility for women's products. And also they've specified, whilst there is a lot of products in there aimed at women, because there isn't that space anywhere else, they also obviously want to make it welcome and accessible to people that are just into women's sport. And so things like the shirts and there's other memorabilia downstairs, like there's really cool bags made out of
recycled stuff,
like stickers, like the Topps cards and things like that. So just some really cool stuff in there that would just interest anyone that's into women's sport.
And they were saying like 60% of women's sport fans are men. So it was a space for people who want to support women's sports. Doesn't matter the gender. It's all run by women and it's based in women's sports, but like it's just for people who want to support women's sports.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a range of genders.
Yeah, and we wish them the best for the launch, and they've got loads of events over summer. I think they said something like 200 events so far planned over the next 5 months, which is so cool. And the workers there are lovely. The staff are so nice.
To like store manager. I can't remember what her name was, but she was so kind and so lovely. Like,
so nice.
Everyone there was so nice. But I find that every time I go into a space for women's football,
women's sport.
Everyone there is lovely. Women's sport. I mean, it's not just a football place, but I just find that everyone was so lovely. But some people from Indivisa. So nice, so lovely.
Yeah, and they've seen our Heineken campaign, which we were like, yes.
So
we just forget that like people have actually seen that and it's not just us and our friends.
Every time I open LinkedIn, it's like, did you see this campaign? I'm like, oh, that's me.
I did see it.
I was in that.
I was there. Tag me.
Super cool day. I'm so glad to be there.
Really cool day. Really thankful for our invite. We are finding ourselves in spaces at the minute that we have like always dreamt of being in, and like being invited to things like this we really are so grateful for, and we love being there, and we're just taking it all in. So if anyone wants to invite us to anything, like we just love being there. We are a bundle of joy, and we'll just be so happy.
Especially like we love football because of the community. And we want to be in as many spaces where we're around like-minded people who just want to celebrate women.
And I think that's exactly, I think it's showing off. And
it's so cool.
Yeah, we're really thankful.
Who else was there that who did I see and then immediately have a wave of anxiety? Because you know how Gen Alpha are always talking about aura this, aura that. I never really thought that was a real thing today until Michelle Kang walked in up the stairs, and I was like...
Also, this was mid-panel, so I'm like...
And then I get a wave of anxiety. She makes me very nervous just because, like, not in like a bad way, but in a way that, like, she's so cool. She's so powerful.
So chic.
So incredibly chic.
So, like...
You said she was American. In my head, she was, like, French.
In her, like, long trench coat. In her gorgeous, like, white long dress. I'm like, badass bitch. Who did you say she reminded you of?
Miranda Priestley from Devil
Devil
Wears
Wears
Prada.
Prada.
Not in like a mean way, but in a way like,
but also
she's too powerful and too cool.
Everyone loves that character.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, that is one of the probably the most loved like characters in that kind of movie.
But she's powerful, she's cool, she's like, she fucking owns that space.
Badass bitch. And we thought she was so cool, and we were like, oh my god.
When I was
This
near
is
her, I was just like,
crazy.
I'm gonna be really cool right now, just trying to be cool. And I walked past, and you got really excited about something. I was like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you were like, I was like, this is the Fowdy stuff. I was like, there's Australian shirts.
You were like
here.
running. I was like,
Emily, there's Australian shirts. She's like, shut up. I was like,
Michelle Gang's right there. I don't want her to think I'm excitable.
I want her to think I'm excited about sports. Hey, Michelle, I'm available next season if you want me to work for you.
That was
Michelle saying no. But we've had a great week. We can't wait for next week. I don't know what, nothing's actually happening. But we'll find out the Euro squad.
Well, I want to talk about. I want to have a guest.
Next week.
No, I want to have a guest soon.
Yes.
I want to have someone on for Pride Month.
Thank you so much for coming back. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week. Ciao.
Ciao.